so we're back here in my snake room, and as you can see, we have a lot of venomous snakes that need cleaning. Now, these are my 3 black and white spitters. These guys are gonna need a cleaning. The blue Enceladus are gonna need a cleaning. The pygmy rattlesnake is gonna need a cleaning. And we got a brand new venomous snake. We actually got a banded cobra. So you guys are gonna love this snake right here. Now this snake is actually native to Southern Africa. We'll pull her out once we're done cleaning a couple cages. Then we're gonna go get one of my crocodiles and upgrade him into a bigger enclosure. So this episode is gonna be awesome. Stay tuned. All right guys, now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna clean these 3 black and white spitting cobras. But first, let's get a look at one of them. Then we'll do fast motion and we'll get all these guys done clean. Now these guys are juveniles, so they're starting to spit a lot. And these guys are typical cobras, so they make an absolute mess. And these guys are starting to hood up a lot more. Now, when they were babies, they were nice and nice. But now you gotta be super careful because this guy spits venom. So he could get venom in my eye, or if I have a cut on my body and venom gets into it, I could be envenomated through a cut. But luckily enough, I don't have any cuts. This right here is actually my favorite one. He's got a nice band around the neck and a dot, so this is the one that I'm actually gonna be keeping. These 3 are offspring from Tyler Nolan's pair, so he'll be taking the other 2 and I'll be keeping this little baby right here. So she's got one big circle right there, which basically looks like a band, and then another oddball circle off to the left. So this is a super unique black and white spitter, and that's the reason I'm gonna be keeping her. All right, fast motion cleaning starts now. And people don't realize, if you want to keep snakes, if you want to keep reptiles, if you want to keep animals in general, this is 95% of working with them. It's basically cleaning poop, so get used to it. We are done with the spitters. Now let's move on to, let's check on our albino monofold, see how she's doing. Looks like she's doing good. All right, let's check on our field torn viper. And yep, she's got a little spot of poop, so we'll go ahead, we'll take her out as well. Man, I just love this snake so much. Just such a thick-bodied snake. Now, when it comes to snakes, elapids, I love cobras. Now when it comes to vipers, I really like the thick-bodied vipers. Those are my favorite. Gaboon vipers, Bitis, snakes like this, just really thick-bodied vipers. Not so much tree vipers, they're not really my thing, but lower ground-dwelling animals like this, I absolutely love. Now that's one of the things that a lot of people don't get to experience, is the actual feeling of some of these venomous snakes. Now whether they're smooth-scaled, like this horned viper right here, or if they're rough-scaled, keel-scaled, like a rattlesnake, each and every snake feels so good in their own way. It's freaky for me to say that, but they really do feel good. Drop him in there. Now, since he is such a thick-bodied snake, you have to be extra gentle with snakes like these. Now, a more skinny, more durable snake, you can kind of let them fall a little bit into the tub, but a snake like this, you really want to guide them all the way until they hit the floor. All right, just topping off her water, and the Field's Horned Viper is all good to go. Nice, simple setup. You don't want to give these guys anything too crazy. We actually tried putting her on sand, and she just made an absolute mess. Even though where she's from, there's lots of sand, these guys are known to live on cliffs. So mainly they're actually on rock surfaces. So we put some sand in here. She absolutely destroyed it. We'll throw it in her water every single day. So right now we usually just keep her on paper towels, and that does the trick. Here. Ooh, that's why you got to be careful opening it, because her head was right there. I love any snake with horns on the top of their head. Man, you can never capture like the real size of her horns. And they're not just like regular spiky horns. They have like this scalation on them that gives her like this super rigid dinosaur look. Like the scales on her face right above her nose are just so rigid. It really helps her blend in on those mountain features making her look like a rock. All right, let's check on our Cobras. So our Cobras have not gone to the restroom yet. Now she's torn down that light, but that's okay. We'll take care of that in a couple days. We got our bigger monocled over here. Her cage is nice and clean. Ooh, look at that. The black spitter definitely needs a good cleaning. So while we're on spitters, let's take this big girl out. All right, guys. Now we're gonna be taking out this big black and white spitter. So we really wanna clear the area. We don't wanna give ourselves any obstacles for the snake to wrap around, just like this piece of wire. So we'll just get that
out of the check.
Move this. Now, unlike the juveniles that are just starting to spit, this guy spits. So we have to take our precautions. We have to use goggles. Now, my cameraman, Robert, is just gonna use the phone as a shield, but I got goggles, so whatever does it, all right? he signed the form, it's all right. We have to use our, ooh, Zoe. She's ooh. Relax, mama. Relax, relax. Now the key with spitting cobras is just to be super gentle. Whew. How about that for a cobra? Now, Robert, you can come closer. I'll keep her distracted on me. Now, I have eye protection, so she can spit on me, but not you. Look at that hood, guys. Robert, get a little closer. Look at that big, beautiful hood. And she is spitting. She just spit on the back of my boot. Beautiful, beautiful snake. Look at her hooding up high. Now this black and white cobra definitely performed. And as you can see, she's super loud. This is like a monocled cobra, the way this girl is hissing right now. And I'm not even being rough with her, I'm super gentle. And she is still on fire. Now the thing with these cobras is kind of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you don't move, they don't know you're there and they won't spit on you. So this girl is perfectly fine. As long as my cameraman doesn't move while she's looking at him, he won't get spit in the eyes. She's very submissive, so you can see she's not hooding up anymore. She's kind of relaxed, so Robert, get a good look at this snake. Look at how beautiful she is, man. Wow. Amazing hood.
Remember when she was like a foot long?
Yeah, she was super tiny. When I got her, she really wasn't this fired up. Now, we've never seen her hood up the way she just hooded up. That was insane. So we're just gonna transfer her into this cage. Come real close. Give her a little tap, and she's all good to go. Action! All right here's the black and white spinning cobra. Cage is all clean. Let's get her out. Now, she was definitely spinning because we have venom literally dripping down the cage right now. Now, these guys' venom, it's not like a lot of other snakes. It's actually clear compared to the typical yellow venom. So it's really, really hard to see this girl's venom because it's literally clear. It's hard to distinguish their venom between water, but when you see it running down the glass and it's nice and thick, that's how we can tell that that's venom and not water. Come on. Come on. In you go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the black and white spitting cobra. All right, guys, last but not least, my brand new banded cobra. Now these guys, Naja and Eulyphera, something like that, but these guys are so cool. I've always wanted one of these species, especially after seeing Tyler Nolan's adult one. Now, my buddy Ryan Gratney was fortunate enough to import a couple of these guys, and I happened to have the chance to snag one up. Now, when he did import these, he also imported Bitis cornuta and albino gaboon vipers. So if you guys are interested in albino gaboon vipers, let me or Ryan Gratney know. He'll definitely hook you up. But look at that. Such a beautiful snake. Now this is what they call the banded cobra. Now this cobra, if you look closely, has 2 black teardrops under each eye. And these guys have beautiful, beautiful banding that runs down their body. Now this is why I love this snake, because their colors are just absolutely beautiful. Nothing is cooler than a huge cobra. These guys get like 6 to 8 feet. So nothing's cooler than a huge cobra with beautiful bands running all down their body. That's why I love forest cobras. That's why I love these banded cobras. And another name they're called is actually the snouted cobra, because they have a rostral scale right on the tip of their nose that is abnormally large. So these guys, they have a super big nose, and that's how they get the name, the snouted cobra. Look at this guy. He literally can smell the other snakes on the hook. So when I put the snake hook on this paper towel, look at him. He can literally smell those snakes. So this guy is actually known to eat other snakes in the wild. They're actually known to eat puff adders in the wild. How crazy is that? But mainly these guys are gonna eat rodents, birds, toads, just like any other snake in Africa. But these guys are native to the southern region of Africa. So Mozambique, places like that in the southern range. Just a beautiful, beautiful species. Now this guy is brand new. I've only had him for 2 days. So I don't even want to take him out in the snake hook. I don't even want to tail him. I don't want to put him through any more stress than he's already been through. So I'm just going to put his water back in. It spilled a little bit, but that's okay. It'll add some humidity. And we're just going to put this guy right back. But how cool is that? Naja amulifera, the banded, aka snouted cobra. I have always wanted one of these species. All right, guys, on to the crocodiles. We need to move my Nile crocodile into his new enclosure. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna catch him up. We're gonna catch up some dwarf caiman, and we're gonna catch up some gators. So don't go anywhere. Let's get started. All right, so we just built this new 300-gallon tub. As you can see, we have this huge concrete land portion. I built this top myself, and this tub is a 300-gallon. So this croc, this is what he was actually raised up in, is this water-gallon tub. Now this guy, he's gonna absolutely love it. If you look at all the water space, the amount of more gallons he's gonna have, the water depth, he's gonna have more land area. This guy is gonna absolutely love it. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and catch this croc. All right, now we wanna just see how he's acting today. Give him a little tap on the, give him a little tap on the snout. Let him know, look, it's not feeding time. Let him bite the plastic a little bit and see if we can get him to close his eyes. And right when he closes his eyes, typically they do when they bite as well, but right when he closes his eyes, we can grab him just like that. This right here is the Nile crocodile. Woo! Hold on, buddy. This little boy is only a couple years old, but this guy can grow anywhere from 16 to 20 feet long. Look at that. All right, into his new home. All right, relax. Now, if you feel a crocodile tensing up, you don't want to let go. You want to wait till he relaxes, then let go. Woo. All right, buddy, this is your new home. Enjoy it. And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take my baby smooth-fronted caiman, and we're gonna throw him in that enclosure because these gators are just getting too big for this smooth front. As you can see, my gators are getting huge. Look at that guy. This was a little hatchling when I got him, but now he is just a huge looking gator. Look at him compared to my arm. It's massive. All right, and let's see, this guy has a bad attitude, so we're gonna try to do this without getting bit. All right. Now, water's getting murky. Things are getting tough. He shook right when I went to grab him. My finger almost went in his mouth. But look at that. The little smooth-fronted caiman. Getting upgraded from there back into what was actually his original home. Now this guy, he's going to do a lot better. Caimans do a lot better when they're alone. They're a solitary animal. You don't really want to keep them with other animals. We were just short on tubs, and this guy was small enough to get away with it. But now that these gators are huge, we're going to have to give this guy his own tub. 1, 2, 3. Whew. All right, buddy. Now he's got his own hide now. He won't have the gators telling him what to do. And hopefully, this guy is going to start to grow a lot more now that we put him in a bigger enclosure. So let's just see how he acts. I'm sure he's going to start lunging more. He's going to have more space to start lunging up at the cage. So let's see how his attitude changes and how his growth changes as well.
Would his color change now that he's in a darker tub?
Now this tub is actually the same color. It's still a black tub, but if anything, he'll have more sunlight, more exposure, so his colors should get better. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me play with venomous snakes and crocodiles. If you guys liked today's video, don't forget, like, comment, and the most important part, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.